So I made a video the other day talking about the possibility of James Harden returning to Houston. Like this is like a report that was going on all weekend. So I think we need to make another video. Shout out Yossi Gonzalez of hoopshype.com. They wrote James Harden back to Houston question mark. Here's how the Rockets can pull it off. So go check him out. Links in the description. But for 30 years in a row, reports are that James Harden is setting his sights somewhere else. According to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, James Harden is seriously considering a return to the Rockets this offseason. By the way, like and subscribe. We're on the way to 10,000. We got 5 days to hit 10,000 before the new year. This report of James Harden comes on the eve of the Sixers extending their winning streak to 8 games, which makes it surprising even with the timing. The idea of James Harden leaving a contending Philadelphia Sixers team for the rebuilding Houston Rockets would be hard to believe for some time. But according to Adrian Wojnarowski, the comfort, the familiarity of Houston is such a big appeal to Harden. And here's a breakdown of Harden's contract situation and how the Rockets can acquire him. The Rockets are set to be a cap space team with dead money of John Wall, Derek Favors, and others coming off the books this offseason. How much cap space they will have fluid is projected close to $30 million at the lowest end and $50 million if they waive Eric Gordon, whose $20.9 million salary is non-guaranteed for the 2023-24 season, or if they trade him. Now, Harden wants to sign with Houston, and they will be able to generate however much cap space is necessary to do so. For Houston, bringing back James Harden this offseason would come at a convenient moment in their timeline. They are set to make their third high lottery selection in a row. Kind of like how the Cavaliers did with LeBron. And they have a roster built around Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., throwing James Harden right there. You got Jayshawn Tate, Jabari Smith, Alperen Sengun, Josh Christopher, KJ Martin. You got talent there. And it only makes sense that they start transitioning into a more competitive phase, especially since they're unlikely to keep their 2024 first-round pick. They owe that pick to the Thunder in 2024 and 2026 that are all 1 through 4 protected as part of the 2019 Russell Westbrook trade. While championship contention is obviously not, even if they got Harden, it seems far-fetched, but, obviously Harden joining this team would make them at least a play-in team or a playoff team, and the experience could be exactly what this team needs to do to be like the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans, and having James Harden, Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, and Alperen Sengun being like the 4 guys, then maybe Kevin Porter or Ty Washington as point guard. And on the surface, this could just be a leverage as a way to put pressure on the Sixers to give James Harden a lucrative contract in 2023. He declined his $47 million player option this past offseason, took a $14 million pay cut to give the Sixers, flexibility to be able to sign PJ Tucker and D'Anthony Milton. Harden has a $35.6 million option this offseason, which he can decline and enter unrestricted free agency. If he declines, the Sixers do have his full board rights, meaning they can resign him for up to his respective maximum salary, currently projected at 5-year, $272 million. Because the Harden signed a 2-year deal with a contract, his bird rights would be reduced to non-bird if traded this season. This means his new team would only be able to re-sign him for 120% with a 5% raise, 4 years, $149 million. However, this would not be an issue for the Rockets since they would be able to sign for more with their cap space. Harden walking free agency would obviously be a huge setback for the Sixers, as they gave up Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and 2 first-round picks. They wouldn't be able to replace him since they wouldn't have the significant cap space if he leaves. But things would, continue to go well in terms of playoffs, even without him. But if he stays, it seems like re-signing. It seems like a good bet that they re-sign him. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you think this is something they should do? Should James Harden go out and go back to Houston? I think 1 more year. He gives them 2 years at 35 or 36. He goes back to Houston. That in my head makes the most sense, right? What do you guys think? I just think it's definitely something interesting that as NBA fans, we don't really ever think about, because people like going home, okay? People like going home. And home is where the heart is, so your real home's in your chest. Everybody, everyone's a hero in their own way. You and you and you. And I'm mostly, have you guys seen that? Dr. Horrible by Josh Whedon with like Nathan Fillion and my man Neil Patrick Harris? Probably not. Like, that's really obscure. But I do hope you guys did enjoy that. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good jazz. And I'm going to leave you guys alone because I know y'all sitting there like, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Okay? And I know. But I'm going to go. Peace out. A tone, because I'm going to go. And yeah, goodbye. I love y'all. Seriously, I do. Okay? Like, I do. Goodbye, guys. I'm heading out. I've wasted enough of your time.